The canteen is buzzing with laughter and chatter. A group of college students sit around a corner table, drinks and snacks scattered everywhere. Jungkook, the effortlessly cool bad boy with a mischievous glint in his eyes, leans back in his chair. His leather jacket creaks as he stretches. The group is playing Truth or Dare. Minho. All right, Jeon Jungkook. Truth or Dare? Everyone turns toward him. He lifts his chin with a cocky grin. Jungkook, smirking. Dare. Jeon, grinning. Oh, bad boy energy. Okay then, here's your dare make YN fall in love with you. The group erupts in gasps and laughter. Some whisper, some whistle. Jungkook arches a brow and leans forward. Jungkook, calmly. Make her fall for me? That's cute. Haha. He runs a hand through his hair, eyes flicking toward the far end of the canteen. Yen sitting alone by the window, earphones in, lost in her own world, completely unaware of the bet being made about her. She sips her iced coffee, expression calm and unreadable. Minho, teasing. She's not going to fall for your typical charms, Jungkook. Jungkook, half smiling. Good. That makes it more fun. The afternoon sun bathes the campus in a warm glow. Students walk around chatting, laughing, but Jungkook's eyes are locked onto one person. YN steps out of the library building, clutching a file and a book, earphones still plugged in, eyes on the time. She looks rushed, unaware of the boy watching her with intense curiosity. Jungkook, to himself. Target locked. He walks casually toward her, hands in pockets, charm fully activated. As he nears, he speaks loud enough to catch her attention. Jungkook. Hey, you dropped something. It's your smile. YN doesn't even flinch. She pulls one earphone out, glancing sideways just to be polite, not even making full eye contact. YN, blandly. I didn't drop anything. She puts the earphone back in, brushes past him quickly. Just as Jungkook turns to try again. YN, muttering under breath. Oh crap! I'm late again! She suddenly starts running, her bag bouncing, books clutched tightly to her chest as she dashes toward the arts block building. Jungkook stands frozen for a second, surprised, then chuckles softly. Jungkook, smirking. Feisty. Not even a second glance? He watches her disappear into the hallway. This is going to be interesting. YN sits alone at a corner table, highlighters and notes spread out. Jungkook strolls in, holding a random book. He spots her and walks straight over. Jungkook, smirking. Hey, Brainiac, mind if I borrow some of your genius? YN lifts her eyes for half a second, unimpressed, then goes back to highlighting. YN, flatly. Google's free. Jungkook chuckles, sits at the table anyway. Jungkook. But Google doesn't look this good while thinking. YN sighs, closes her book, and moves to another table. YN stands in line, scrolling through her phone. Jungkook gets in line behind her. Jungkook. If I buy you coffee, will you stop ignoring me? YN, without turning. If I say yes, will you stop talking? Jungkook laughs, then leans closer. Jungkook, whispering. You'll smile at me one day. Mark my words. YN, finally turning with a raised brow. I don't even like words marked by people like you. She walks away with her tray. Jungkook watches, amused, not discouraged at all. YN steps into the library, her hair slightly wet from the unexpected drizzle. She sneezes. As she settles into her seat and pulls out her books, a tissue packet slides gently across the table toward her. She looks up. It's Jungkook, sitting 2 chairs away. No smirk, no cheesy line, just a small smile. Jungkook, softly. Don't want you catching a cold. YN blinks, nods silently, and takes the tissues. She doesn't say thank you, but her expression softens. just a little. YN exits class, holding a huge stack of books. She struggles to balance them. Jungkook appears from the side and casually grabs half from her hands. YN, startled. What are you doing? Jungkook. Helping. I know, shocking. She tries to take them back, but he moves away playfully, walking ahead. Jungkook, without turning. Don't worry, I won't flirt today. Just carry your books. She watches him, a little suspicious, but lets him walk beside her. YN waits for her bus. It's late. No rides around. Jungkook notices from across the street. He walks over and doesn't say anything, just stands with her, hands in his pocket. A long pause. YN, quietly. You're not going to say anything cheesy? Jungkook, soft laugh. Nope. Just thought standing alone sucks sometimes. A bus comes. He waits till she goes inside. She hesitates, then finally speaks. YN. Thanks. Jungkook, gently. Anytime. YN. Canteen. The next day, YN stands at the counter, struggling with her phone, no balance in her wallet to pay for coffee. Jungkook quietly steps behind her, taps his card without a word. YN, frustrated. You didn't have to. Jungkook, smiling softly. I wanted to. Pause. YN. Thank you. And sorry if I was rude before. I just don't trust people easily. Jungkook, gently. Then let me earn it slowly. Rooftop. Sunset. They sit beside each other again. This time, closer. YN leans her head slightly toward him, his sketchbook resting between them. YN. Do you ever stop pretending and just be yourself? Jungkook, after a pause. With you? I already have. YN looks at him. Their eyes meet. Her expression softens more than ever before. The campus garden is lively, filled with laughter and murmurs. Students lounge around in groups, enjoying their break between classes. Jungkook walks in casually, hands in his pockets, eyes scanning automatically until they freeze. YN is sitting under a tree, laughing softly at something the guy next to her, Jihan, the polite and quiet topper from her class, just said. Jihan hands her a chocolate bar, and she playfully nudges his shoulder, smiling. Jungkook stops mid-step. Jungkook's jaw tightens slightly. He doesn't move for a second, then scoffs under his breath. Jungkook, muttering. Chocolate bar? Seriously? He turns away, pretending not to care, but his steps are heavier now, his smile gone. Jungkook throws his backpack down harder than necessary. His friends notice. Tae. Whoa. You okay, lover boy? Jungkook, gruffly. She's with that Jihan guy. Didn't even notice me walk past. Tae, teasing. Jealous already? Thought this was just a dare. Jungkook says nothing. He opens his bottle but doesn't drink. His eyes are locked on the garden window, watching from afar. YN gets up, walking toward her class. Jihan says something behind her that makes her laugh again. Jungkook's standing near the hallway now, arms crossed. As she walks past, he speaks before he can stop himself. Jungkook, coldly. Looks like you've got a new fanboy. YN stops, surprised. YN, confused. Excuse me? Jungkook, trying to act cool. Chocolate bars and cheesy jokes? You fall for that type? YN, raising a brow. I helped him in his project, so he gave me chocolate. Wait. Why does it matter to you? He opens his mouth to say something, then closes it. His expression softens. He sighs and rubs the back of his neck. Jungkook, quietly. It doesn't. It shouldn't. YN studies him for a second. His voice wasn't teasing this time. It was almost hurt. The sky suddenly turns gray and thunder rumbles. Students rush out with umbrellas as heavy rain begins to pour. YN stands under a tiny shade, clutching her sketch pad tightly to protect it from getting wet. She's trapped. No umbrella, no ride, and her phone just died. From a distance, Jungkook spots her. Without a second thought, he runs through the rain, jacket over his head. Soaked but smiling, he stops in front of her and offers his jacket wordlessly. YN, startled. You're going to catch a cold? Jungkook, smirking, handing jacket. So will you. Besides, I'm tougher than the rain. She hesitates but takes the jacket. He stays beside her, both of them watching the storm in silence. Jungkook, softly. Funny, isn't it? You used to ignore me like I was background noise. YN, smiling slightly. You used to be noise. They both laugh. The tension shifts into something warm, unfamiliar, comforting. YN lies in bed, unable to sleep. She scrolls through her phone, then hesitates. Her thumb hovers over one name, JEON JUNKOOK. After a moment, she presses call. The phone rings once. Jungkook picks up immediately, surprised. YN? YN? Were you asleep? Jungkook, soft chuckle. I was, but I like this dream better. She chuckles softly. A silence follows, but it's not awkward. YN. I just wanted to talk to someone who feels real. Jungkook, gently. I'm here. Always will be. They talk for hours about silly things, childhood dreams, embarrassing school memories. Jungkook never heard her talk so much before. YN never knew his voice could feel this. Safe. Wife N's bedroom. Late night. The night is silent except for the soft ticking of a wall clock. YN sits on her bed, wrapped in a blanket, her desk lamp casting a warm golden glow. She pulls out a small, worn diary, her safe space. She flips to a fresh page, hesitates, then starts writing. I don't know what's happening to me. I told myself I wouldn't fall for someone like him, cocky, reckless, the kind who plays with hearts. But then, he walked me home in the rain, stayed on the phone with me until I fell asleep, gave me his jacket without saying a word. And today, when he looked at me not with that usual smirk, but like I actually mattered, my heart, it raced. He makes my heart race. And I hate that I love the feeling. YN steps onto the rooftop hesitantly. She wasn't expecting much on her birthday, just another quiet day like always, but her eyes widen when she sees the small surprise laid out before her. A simple setup. Fairy lights strung between the poles, a tiny table with her favorite snacks, a single candlelit cupcake, and a hand-drawn sketch of her, the one she once left behind in the library, now framed and placed carefully beside the cupcake. Jungkook stands there, awkwardly rubbing the back of his neck, not wearing his usual cocky grin, just a nervous smile. Jungkook, softly. Happy birthday, YN. She blinks, her lips part, but no words come out for a second. Then she steps closer, looking at the setup with wide, disbelieving eyes. YN, whispering, You did all this? Jungkook, it's not much. I just remembered you hate crowds and loud parties, so I thought, maybe this would be okay. He lights the candle. YN stares at it for a long second, then slowly closes her eyes and makes a wish. She doesn't say it, but it shows in her smile. YN, emotional. No friend of mine has ever done this for me, not even once. Jungkook freezes. That sentence pierces deeper than she could imagine. His smile falters slightly. The guilt begins louder than ever to whisper again before. They sit together, sharing snacks. YN is glowing, eyes soft, cheeks slightly flushed. She's happy. Genuinely. Jungkook watches her. But behind his soft gaze, something else brews. YN, laughing. I should have known you had a soft side hidden behind all that leather jacket nonsense. Jungkook, quietly. I didn't know I had it either. Until you. YN. Then I'm glad I met you. Jungkook sits alone on his bed. The framed copy of YN's birthday sketch rests beside him. He stares at it. The smile she gave him tonight flashing in his mind, pure, trusting, innocent. He closes his eyes, guilt stabbing him. Jungkook, soft whisper. She deserves more than a dare. And I'm the jerk who started this as a game. I should end this soon and let her know about my feelings. He leans back, the ceiling fan spinning above him. But the room feels heavy, suffocating. The weight of the lie presses down on his chest. Kiki, the golden light fades into warm pinks and purples. Jungkook stands near the edge of the rooftop, looking down at the tiny frame of YN as she climbs the stairs. His fingers tremble slightly around the small gift box he's holding, a handmade bracelet with her initials carved in a charm. Jungkook, voice in his head. This is it. You tell her today. You owe her the truth. Footsteps. He turns, she's here. Smiling softly, wind brushing her hair across her face. God, she looks beautiful, too beautiful to hurt. YN, you called me here so seriously. What's going on? Jungkook swallows hard. His throat tightens. He hands her the box first without a word. YN, opening it. Jungkook, it's so thoughtful. She looks up, eyes shimmering. He tries to smile. His heart is in his throat. He takes a deep breath. Jungkook, voice trembling. YN, there's something I have to tell you. She looks at him curiously. He can see it now if he says it. This moment could shatter. Her trust, her smile, everything. Jungkook pauses. From the beginning. He stops. Her smile fades a little, sensing the shift. YN, gently. What is it? His voice breaks. Quiet. Ashamed. Jungkook, I don't want to lose you. He drops his gaze. Silence hangs heavy. YN's brows furrow slightly, confused but concerned. She moves closer. YN. Hey. You won't. Just tell me what's wrong. He shakes his head. He can't do it. Not when she looks at him like that, like he matters. Jungkook. Softly. It's nothing. I've never felt this way before, and it scares me. YN looks at him for a long moment, then smiles and gently wraps her arms around him. He's stiff at first, then melts into her hug. Laughter fills the air. Jungkook's friends sit at their usual table joking, unaware that just around the corner behind a wall of ivy, YN is standing frozen, her hands gripping her bag strip tight. She had come looking for Jungkook, but found this instead. Minho, laughing. Brew, can you believe it's been 30 days since we dared him to make her fall? Jinyo, and she did. Hard. JEON JUNGKOOK, king of dares? Minho, mocking. Make her fall in love in 30 days. Boom, mission accomplished. Minku, bet you never thought you'd actually win with Miss Ice Queen. Minho, wonder if she'll ever know she was just a challenge. YN's breath catches. Her face drains of color. The laughter echoes in her head like thunder. Her knees almost buckle, but she stumbles away, fast. Her world spins. Memories flash like lightning. YN, voice in her head, breaking. It was all a dare. I was never special. I was never real. Jungkook walks alone, finally ready to tell her everything. He clutches a folded letter in his hand, the truth, written honestly. But just as he turns the corner, slap. Hard. Loud. Echoing. YN stands in front of him, eyes red, body shaking. Students nearby freeze. Jungkook is stunned, letter falling from his hand. YN, broken voice. You played with my heart. Jungkook. YN, wait. I can explain. YN, furious. 30 days. That's all I was to you? Tears slip down her cheeks, but her voice is fire. N. A game? A joke between friends? All those moments, the calls, the hugs, my birthday, was I just some task you had to complete? Jungkook, desperate. No, it started that way, yes, but it's not like that anymore. I fell for you, truly. YN, sobbing. Then why didn't you tell me? Why did I have to hear it from them? Jungkook, voice breaking. Because I was scared. Scared you'd walk away. Scared I'd lose the only real thing I've ever felt. YN, stepping back. You already did. YN, whispering through sobs. Why did I believe you? Why did I fall for you? I should have known that snakes are always a snake. Jungkook, voice shaking. It wasn't a game to me anymore. I love you. YN, if you ever loved me, you wouldn't have let me find out this way. She looks at him one last time, then turns and walks away, clutching her chest like it's the only thing holding her together. Jungkook, barely breathing. IN. He collapses onto the bench nearby, face buried in his hands, breaking down completely, the strongest boy on campus, undone by the girl he never meant to fall for, but did. YN sits alone under the tree where they used to sit together. Her eyes are distant. Taehyung walks up hesitantly. Taehyung. Hey. I didn't come to take sides. Just thought you should have this. He hands her Jungkook's sketchbook, then walks away without another word. YN clutches it to her chest, hesitant, then slowly opens it. She turns the first page. It's a drawing of her, sitting in the library, hair tucked behind her ear. Next page, her sketching under a tree. Next, her laughing. Next, her sleeping during a class. Next, the way she looked on her birthday. Page after page. Her. Always her. Tears roll down her cheeks as her fingers trace each sketch, like touching memories she didn't know he kept. Every line, every shadow, every smile captured by someone who watched her like she was his whole universe. YN whispers, "You loved me quietly?" The fest is in full swing. Laughter, music, and cheering fill the air. Everyone's celebrating, everyone except two souls. YN sits among the crowd. Her smile is forced, mind elsewhere. Host on stage. Now we have someone who wants to say a few words. Let's welcome JEON JUNGKOOK. YN's head snaps toward the stage. Her heart skips. She sees him walk up. No smile, no confidence. Just him. Honest. Raw. Nervous. He stands at the center, facing 100 faces, but his eyes find only one, hers. He grips the mic with both hands, voice low but clear. I didn't come here to perform today. I came to confess. My friends dared me to do something. They said make YN fall for you in 30 days. And I took the dare, like an idiot. Like a boy who didn't know how dangerous it is to play with someone's heart. But somewhere along the way, I lost that bet. Because instead of making you fall for me, I fell. Hard. And for real. Everyone watches him break in front of the mic. I lost the bet. But more than that, I lost you. I don't expect you to forgive me but I needed you to know. Every word after the first lie, every smile, every sketch, every second I spent with you was real. You were never a game to me. You were the only truth I've ever felt.
Students part like waves as he walks through the crowd, straight toward YN. No smirk, no pride, just the boy who fell in love too late, but is brave enough to show up anyway. He stops in front of her. Right there, in front of everyone, but only speaking to her. Jungkook, gently, holding back tears, you don't have to say anything. I just needed you to hear me. I messed up, not just with the dare, but by not telling you sooner. By letting you find out the wrong way. And still, here I am. With no excuses left. Just one truth. He takes out a small velvet box. Inside, a delicate silver ring. He places it in her hand, not forcing it on her finger. Jungkook, soft, sincere, no more bets. No more lies. Just love. Only love. YN. YN, voice breaking, lips trembling, her vision blurs with tears. She looks at the ring, then at him kneeling there, completely shattered and still choosing to be vulnerable. YN whispers, I hate you. Jungkook looks down, nods, accepting the pain, until YN whispers again, breath shaky, I hate you, for making me love you this much. She leans forward and wraps her arms around him. The crowd gasps, then explodes in cheers. Jungkook stands, arms tightening around her like he'll never let go again. Jungkook, I am sorry I love you so much, YN, love you more.